It's breakfast at Fish and Eats. I'm Mike Fisher, your trusty and trusted reporter. This is the Fishbowl. That is the Star. And no matter where Jerry Jones turns, Jerry Jones gets burns. I'm going to ask us, and not all Cowboy fans are going to like this, and no Cowboy critic is going to like this. I'm going to ask us to just take a breath and be consistently fair when we rip Jerry Jones. Is that fair? One headline calls what he's doing a sick disaster. And what he's doing, of course, is the building of the 2025 Dallas Cowboys roster. There's a couple of popular pastimes going on right now in the world of sports. Cowboys-related parlor games. One of them, of course, is deep analysis of a locker room culture that, in this space, we've long suggested is more about hashtag 53 brands than it is about brotherhood. And now we have the latest, worst example of it, fully exposed non-leadership, the rift between Seattle-bound Tank Lawrence and new wave boss Micah Parsons. Another popular pastime. Any move that Jerry Jones's Cowboys make is scoffed at and bashed and blasted and ripped. And it's I know that asking you to be empathetic towards Jerry Jones is a waste of our time. I'm not doing that. I'm just talking about the moves. Buffalo Bills, who know something about a winning culture, they're not keeping everybody happy. Kaiir Elam, good example of that. He gets sent away to Dallas, of course, and he talks about how he never got a real chance to succeed. They put me in the back seat. The facts on Elam in Buffalo is, as much as he's complaining about that, he had 29 starts in 3 seasons. He had 2 interceptions, made 81 tackles, injuries, ineffective, didn't play well enough. He got replaced. He got replaced a lot, as a matter of fact. Now, he might come here and get a chance to start. And the Cowboys gave up nothing for him. So we got the culture issue in Buffalo that he's saying, maybe not what you think it is, in his opinion. And now we've got a trade where the Cowboys get a potential starter and it costs them nothing. And everybody should be given that a plus grade, right? Nope. Many Cowboy critics hate this trade. Even though the Cowboys didn't give up anything. Didn't give up anything in salary or draft capital. This trade, though, being panned nationwide, including one website that's ripping both the Elam move and the previous attempt to sign Brandon Stephens, the cornerback. He decides to go to the Jets, jumps from the Ravens to the Jets. Cowboys gave him an offer that was apparently less than the 3 years, $36 million that he gets. And people are making fun of the Cowboys for being in the bidding. So you don't want Elam cheap, and you don't want Stephens expensive. One of the sites wrote, Dallas avoided a disaster by not getting Stephens. One of the things that I do here, and I do this with you, by the way, I appreciate almost 70,000 fish heads in Cowboy Nation, 74,000 fish heads in Cowboy Nation, hanging around with us every morning at 7:20, every evening, Fish at 6, and many times in between here and at cowboyscountry.com. I don't pretend, I have opinions. I don't pretend that I'm smarter than NFL scouts and coaches. The Cowboys thought that Stephens was worth a big bid, and they thought that Elam was worth a little bid. And Cowboy critics are saying they're wrong on both of them. Same thing with Kenneth Murray Jr. There is nothing wrong with this acquisition. One site has a headline about the Kenneth Murray acquisition. Latest details in Kenneth Murray Jr. trade will make Cowboy fans sick. What's the details that would make a starting NFL linebacker sick? Well, you could say it's because the Cowboys are taking on a contract, $15.5 million for 2 years in Tennessee. So in 2025, I believe Dallas will pay him $7 $7.7 million. And that's good, right? Because you want Dallas to spend because Jerry's cheap, right? Nope, this isn't good either. People are mad at Jerry because Kenneth Murray getting paid too much at $7.5 million. So which is it? Pro Football Focus does not give Murray a great grade on his performance last year, but he's going to come in here and start. So Cowboy critics want both. Jerry won't spend on players. Jerry spent on Murray, but he sucks. Jerry and the Cowboys won't be proactive on getting potential starters. So Elam, no credit for that. And they won't spend anyway. They tried to spend on Stevens. Oh, they would have spent too much. We said it last night in brief at Fish and Six. Jones and moans and groans. I think sometimes some of us are just bitching to bitch. You want them to spend. You want them to spend wisely. You want them to be aware of moves and movement. And you want them to get good players that fit into your cap puzzle and fit into your system. The Cowboys' view is they've done that. By the way, last time I checked, they've done that with 20 guys, 10 of their own and 10 incoming, 10 outside free agents. None of them, as I speak to you at this moment, none of them are a $30 million T. Higgins addition. I will grant you that. And we've talked a few times about the 4 things I think they need to do. And we'll talk some more about it. But can we please not just bash Jerry Jones and the Cowboys just for the sake of bashing them? If they spend, that's wrong. If they don't spend, that's wrong. If they trade, that's wrong. If they don't trade, that's wrong. If they go out and get something done early, Javonte Williams, that's wrong. Because they should have just done Rico. If they don't do a running back early, that's wrong. Because then Rico's gone. Let's let them win a little bit. If they're doing moves that, if you're being honest with yourself, you did want them to bid and to spend and to win a trade and to give this guy a try. And this guy was a first-round pick. So you do want that. Not you, but people do want that. They just don't want to give Jerry Jones credit for when the Cowboys do it. They're doing all these things. People are getting themselves into a knot because they're trying to figure out if this is can this be good and bad? And then can I just call it bad? So we hate Jerry and Steven, and we demand that they spend and move and trade and sign. And then when they do spend and move and trade and sign, we hate Jerry and Steven even more? Okay, got it. Fish out.